Now here's Adams, polishes.com. They make all kinds of products, but what they do here at Hot August Nights is they'll detail your car. And they'll use all their products. They carry all sorts of polishers, all the compounds, and they'll hold your spot. So if you're out there and you want to get them to do they'll even do a color sand here. And they're getting this paint looking good. And you're gonna have to get an appointment because you can't just get right in. It right now is about as slow as it'll ever be. There will be probably 3 cars, probably 3 hours out by 5 o'clock tonight. And you can see they have a discount for Hot August Nights, and they carry everything here in this tent. Everything they make is in this tent, and it's just wonderful. You can touch and feel it all. And I know that they also were in the Big Boys toy store, but I think they're outdoors this year, like some of them. And this is what I bought. I bought the small polisher about 3 years ago. What a great system. And it comes with all of your different, everything you need. Detail spray to finish it, cutting compound, polishing compound. There's the polish. It comes with everything.
How's it going, guys?
And you've got clay mitts, a smaller little hand buffer for tight spots. What a great tent to come to.
Nice and pretty. This is what not to do to your paint to get it scratched up. So, see all the scratches I'm putting in there?
No.
You don't see those?
You see them?
So now you got scratches, and this is no scratches. So now you can see kind of the difference. And if you feel like you can't see it still, see that? So there you have a nice amount of damage, and this is kind of before. This is, after you polish out a little bit, not perfect over there either. But this is what I do to make sure that we do a demonstration that's, most vehicles are in a similar condition to this. And that's, scratched from either a car wash, or a lot of people use like car dusters, the California car dusters, those scratch like crazy. The other thing that scratches up like crazy is like sort of the cheap, like the Costco microfibers, the tag hanging off of them, those scratch a lot too. It's a 12 millimeter orbit, which means, see the orbit? It's 12 millimeter off center. So it basically emulates you polishing like that, okay? And our cores are 25 feet long. They're removable. You can go between the big polisher and the small polisher. You just swap pull the cord right out of each polisher. There we have it. So our pads, it says, it's been used a lot, that says compound on it, and it's blue. And what we do is we have a compound that's blue. So if you're using the blue compound and you're using a pad that's blue, there you go. You know that you're all in the same category, right? You have a compound and the pad that matches. Just gonna turn this guy on. We'll work it in a little bit. And then turn it up to 5. I'm gonna go very slowly. I'm gonna press a little bit. Just slowly correct all the damage. I'm going to overlap by about 10 or 15%. I don't want to overlap by 90%, so I'm taking all day to the guitar. So, overlap by about 10%, 15%. You see how the pad's moving, it's spinning? If I go up on an edge, it stops. You want the pad flat. Okay, for orbital polishers to be really effective, you want the pad dead flat on the center. then, so let's see how we did. Okay, so before, see all the scratches there? Let's go even up higher. There we go. Before, after. So we got about, looks like we got about, I don't know, maybe 80% of the scratches out, 90%. It says polish on the back, and it's white. And of course, what do we use? We use polish that's white. Okay, so everything's color coded, so you kind of know what the combinations require. I'm gonna spread it out a little bit. Get this guy set back down to setting 4. Let's put the polisher forward over my shoulder. Just spreading out the polish a little bit. And then I just want to go slow, and I want just a little bit of pressure on the machine. You see it spinning, right? And if I'm up on an edge, it stops spinning. No good. Now I'm not polishing the whole area, I'm polishing a little section. I want to make sure I polish the whole area. Keep that pad nice and flat. Overlap by maybe 10%. Again, overlapping a lot will just make it take a really long time to polish every part. Just a little overlap would be very efficient. I went up and back, and then I'm going to go this way. Side. Again, overlap 10%. Overlap 10%. If I'm all of a sudden getting lazy, and look, I'm now up on an edge again. Watch the pad stop spinning. Oh no, I need to make sure and keep that pad spinning. And then when I turn it off, I let it stop on the panel. Okay, if I pick it up and let it spin, it'll start to spin really fast. That just wears out this Velcro kind of fast. So you'll get a lot more miles out of your Velcro on your buffing pads if you start the polisher and stop it while it's on the actual finish. So there you have that. And then let's see how we did. Let's see if I should go into a different industry, if I should keep in the polishing business. Let's see. Wow, that was pretty good. Look at the color difference of this versus that. So you see those scratches over here, and then you see here we just got nice and dark. There's a few more little scratches that I could hit that polisher a little bit slower with, just to get it perfect. But you know, the color difference is darker and richer. You see here versus there. That's what we wanted. We wanted that. But I still see a few more scratches, so I'm not really happy with that. I'm gonna hit it one more time with a different pad because I want it perfect, or else I don't want to do it, right? I want it perfect. But at that point, you get it to a point where you're really happy, and then ceramic coat it. So, for one, you're like, okay, are you a perfectionist? Do you want it flawless, or do you want it 85% great, a B plus, and then ceramic coated? What's your deal?
She's flawless and I'm lazy.
She's flawless and you're lazy? That's pretty nice. It's calling you flawless.
Flawless is my alter ego.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
He
great.
likes to do that.
That's great. It's therapy, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to teach you now ceramic coating. Again, if this is my car, I did it one more time with the polisher just to get it all flawless, but I want to show you the whole process. I don't want to waste too much of your time. This is called the graphene ceramic spray coating. The advanced graphene ceramic spray coating is the easiest product for us to use to ceramic coat a car. Ceramic coating makes the car easier to clean and less likely to scratch. Once you get the paint where you're happy, then you ceramic coat it, okay? Don't ceramic coat it if it's okay. If it's just okay, if you're sort of happy, wait till it's perfect and then ceramic coat it. So you spray this straight into the applicator. Okay? And that's it. You just put it on, get the applicator pad, these are microfiber applicator pads. I like to use a fresh towel for this. If you watch this now, you're going to watch this start to rainbow. See it? See, it starts to rainbow right here. There's a rainbow. That's what it's curing. When it's cured all the way, you do one panel or a half a panel at a time, because you don't want it to cure too fast and you can't get it off. Once your car's ceramic coated, you hit a pressure washer to it, and all the dirt is gone. You don't need to wash it with a wash bin, you know what I mean? So you can scrub it less, and then wash it easier and scratch less. So the whole goal of ceramic coating to protect us. See now look at that ceramic. All the we have all the rainbows are gone now. So now it's ready to be removed. So with a plush towel, give it a very lazy wipe. Boom. So that's how easy it is to ceramic coat. So it's much easier to ceramic coat a car than it is to wax a car.
So on ceramic coating, how long does this coating last?
About 15,000 miles. So it goes away with exposure, miles, and especially driving. If you're driving in inclement weather, you're driving through a winter, and that all of the mag chloride and the salt and stuff that's on the roads will do it to you. Where do you guys live? Where? Rigby? Cool. Oh, God bless you. That's great. Beautiful. We're in Boise. We live in Eagle, actually.
How many people? How many people pretty?
It is a lot of people. Next time you come through town, you got to come to our car wash. It's called Enzo's Hand Wash. Right next to Home Depot in Eagle on State Street. So you see this looks very nice. You see the color difference is rich. This is like basically a wax on steroids, which will last years and lots of miles versus a wax will last maybe 2-3 months.
So we were talking with a guy that did this. Bob Moses.
Okay, Bob Moses.
And he was just showing us ceramic coating. It's like $1,700.
$1,700
Or more.
for him to do it for you. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of money. Yeah. We have the advanced formula too, which is this little tiny bottle, and this is even more concentrated. You can use this stuff, and it takes a little bit more effort. It's not as easy as what I did. But I like to use this on wheels and brake calipers because it sees more chemicals, more scrubbing, more brushes. So you can use a more aggressive ceramic if you like. If you're driving your car a lot, you're driving it in the winters and the weather a lot, then I can see using that. But you can ceramic coat your car pretty easily. If you already know how to polish, or you've done this. You want to learn how to use the machine? Have you ever used a machine before? She's the boss, right? She's perfect. You're lazy, but she's the one to do it.
All right, there you have it. A whole rundown on how to do your ceramic coating, your waxing, your polishing, your cutting, everything but color sanding.